Welcome back to another edition of the Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. What's good, Dale?
Yo, what up, man? What's going on?
Ain't
You know,
nothing,
in this
man.
in this slow time in sports.
Yeah, yeah, not much going on.
Yeah, man. We don't went past at least we passed the half point mark in the NBA. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm. Hmm.
Uh there's a little bit of tiny news in the NFL. Um they just started up. They want to put some new rules. They want to play some new rules that completely change the game in the NFL. And it's gonna completely change the game. All
Hmm.
right. First, and what they're doing is that these rules have already been adapted in the UFL, right? You know, that's like the little farmer league for the NFL.
Hmm.
So these are already this like they're testing in the UFL before they implement it into the NFL. So they want to see how it works. So this is UFL is where they got that kickoff rule from, you know,
Hmm.
that they finally adapted. So that's what they're doing now. So the first thing is that they wanna uh change what's a reception, right? You know, normally in the NFL, you gotta have 2 feet down, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Now they talking about doing the college level 1 foot down, you know what I'm saying, for a reception. Which if you do that, some of the points gonna go through the roof. I'll be taking overs
Right.
left and right.
Yeah, you should.
Okay. If that happens, I'm definitely taking over hitting the overs. All the overs, for sure. And then number two, they want to make more point options. Now this is going to be super duper interesting because now 4 points don't necessarily win you the game because you could actually settle for a 60-yard field goal and get 4 points.
Hmm.
Get a 4 pointer on that thing. And they also want to try to make it so you can have more options on the extra point too. So they already got a 1 and a 2. So now they're trying to add a 3 and a 4 pointer.
I like it. I like it. I mean, because they've pretty much eliminated the onside kick. So you need something to allow teams to get back into the game.
Right. I mean, the people still have gotten the onside kicks. It just, of course, it's not as often because the way you got
Yeah.
to hold and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You get to prepare for it like a lot better now.
Yeah. The
But
percentages are very low.
oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
Hmm.
Uh, but they wanna also, and I know a lot of people gonna love this, and that's me. That was my thing for like 2 years ago. They talking about banning the tush push. So
About time.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? I thought there was already, and I meant to look at that up, but I never looked, already a rule about assisting players down the field. But apparently that was wiped out because I've
Yeah.
seen actually pick the guy up and carry him down the field.
Yeah. No, you're right. At one time, that was a rule. You could
Yeah,
not assist a player, especially for a touchdown. You couldn't
right.
assist them for a touchdown. They
Yep.
they they, they were they
Yeah.
were that was a penalty, and it got moved back 5, 10 yards or whatever it was. But that was
Mhm.
a penalty. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I'm like, huh? So they want to, I've seen people like actually pick that guy up and pull him into the end zone, like
Mm-hmm.
hold him like a football and bring him and bring him to the end zone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on, yo, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But he talk about banning that, and which is that's gonna be my best thing. You know what I'm saying? Because then we really get to see what you call it, uh, um, Philly's about. You know what I'm saying? Because they was the ones who were implementing that the most, using that joint the most. All these you can see for practice sake in the UFL this year. You're gonna be able to
Mm-hmm.
see uh how those rules look before it goes to the NFL.
Yeah, well, I mean, all those rules changes that you mentioned would definitely increase scoring. I think,
Mm.
teams will be scoring a ton of points and no one will be out of a game. It will make the games way more competitive. Bad teams will have a shot at winning games. Because all you need, your field goal kicker will be a big time weapon for you. If you get extra points, for kicking the extra point, depending on how far back you get, you know. the kicker will have a point person.
If you
Yeah.
get past the 50, right? No
Hmm.
punts allowed after you pass the 50. Once you get past the 50, you got to kick a field goal or go for
Right.
it. Punts.
Right.
Yeah,
That would
that.
be really interesting. But I mean, man, if they, I mean, I get that they're testing this stuff out, but man, if they were to implement this game would be unrecognizable to the game that was played in the 80s and the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
And it'd be hard to compare the future players to the players from the past because the rules of the game will be changed so much. You know what I
mhm,
mean? Like that to me, that's what makes Dan Marino and Jerry Rice stats so impressive
yeah. Because there was
because
a time you weren't passing like that. Really,
you
nobody was
wasn't
really.
passing like that, and you couldn't because the defense could basically kill you.
Yeah, yeah. Contact down the field. You know.
You didn't go across the middle. The quarterback can get hit, tackled any kind of way.
Yeah, take your
Yeah,
head off. You just come across the middle. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. They really
yeah,
could.
yeah. And some kind of way where Jerry Rice was able to amass the amount of yards he was able to amass, and Dan Marino was able to throw for 5,000 yards in the 80s. That's
Hmm.
impressive.
That's real impressive in the '80s for sure.
Yeah.
He was the only one really doing that.
Yes. Yes.
He was the only one
Yes.
doing it.
Really
Oh, and another
impressive.
thing they were talking about doing, and I don't know how this one is going to be, but this one is kind of this is going to be up for debate, right? They want to they're talking about allowing the replay, right, to call penalties for non-football acts
Yes.
on the replay that
Yep.
occur away from the action. You don't even have to be in the action. It could be away from the action. It could be on the
Yep.
sideline. It could be down the field, whatever. But
I
using
saw
the
that.
replay. Mm-hmm.
There's a replay play official, and the
Mm-hmm.
replay official can throw a flag on the play.
Yeah.
So
But
so so how does that happen? I mean, is there an official that would throw the flag for the replay official? And then they would check with the replay official as to what's going on because the replay official's in a booth.
yeah, I guess he'll be looking at all the replays. I mean, because I don't think he'll be doing it every play or every other play. You know what I'm saying? Because that would slow the game down way too long, too much.
Oh,
Um,
I thought it would be throwing the flag during the action. You're saying they would be throwing the flag when they look at the
During
replays.
the replay, yes,
Oh,
yes.
that's crazy.
During the replay, if they see something happen, like say somebody hit somebody in the stomach, like on purpose,
Hmm.
right? Calling the flag, calling a personal foul, unnecessary roughness on the replay.
Wow.
But it has to be a non-football act. So it
Oh, okay.
can't
I
be
got you.
holding, can't be pass interference, can't be, football stuff.
Gotcha.
It has to
Gotcha.
be non-football, like outside of football.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's stuff that the referees on the field may have not seen. Uh, some type of violent act to another player that they didn't see
Mhm.
and flag. The replay official can do it because they'll see it during the replays. Interesting.
Yep. And there's two more things. So they talking about making roughing the passer, and I might like this, I might not depend, because some of them so do be way too petty. Roughing the passer and PI a reviewable call.
Hmm. I don't know about that. But remember, one time
Uh,
they used to do PI as a reviewable call, and that was really slowing the game down.
yeah, it was because it was happening so often.
Yes, it was after the Saints debacle with the Rams. The following
Mm,
year, that PI became a reviewable call,
hmm. Yeah,
and that
yeah.
didn't go so well.
Hmm. Not
I
at all.
remember.
And then also the rule where if you fumble out the end of the end zone, like you fumble into the end zone
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
goes out, instead of that being a touchback for the other team, making it a spot foul.
Oh no, I don't like that.
I don't know if I like that either, yo.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know if I
mean
like that.
that was the one advantage that the defense was given.
Yeah, you can hit the ball just before you go across the line
Yeah,
script end zone, and then go out the back.
yeah,
You know,
and you get the ball back. It's like a turnover. Yeah, I
right?
like that rule because it was the one thing that they didn't take away from the defense that the defense had in their back pocket. Just as you trying to cross the goal line, they slap it out of your hand, it goes through the end zone, and they get the ball back. It was a huge play.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
yeah. Well, I mean that'd be
absolutely.
interesting. luckily, this won't be happening in the NFL next year. This will be happening in the USFL.
Well,
Basically, the NFL
UFL,
is trying. What is it?
UFL,
UFL. That's right. They took out the L. Yes,
right.
UFL.
Mm,
There's like the UFL is where the NFL tries all of this stuff out because that's where they got the whole kickoff new rule from, which I'm still getting adjusted to. I don't really care because I know I do care because I miss the time of the Dante Halls and Tyrone Hughes, the great kick returners from the past, man. Like
right.
nowadays, you're not getting that.
It's
Hester and
rare.
all of these guys.
Right. Right. There's no return. Well, we could Turpin is our return specialist. I mean, he still have some, but it's just not. They're not going to be as often. It just
Yeah,
doesn't happen.
they're not gonna give many opportunities. Now, I mean, maybe the punt returns are still there, but the kickoff return certainly has
Mhm.
gone down. So
Yeah. Yeah, because but I will give them this. They do incentivize you returning the kick or kicking
mhm.
them so that it's returnable, as
Right,
opposed to kicking it back in the end zone.
right.
For kicking it 60 yards, what we've seen this year, there were several 60-yard field goals
Right.
kicked. Uh, if you're down 4 points, you got a shot. Get the ball to what would a 60-yarder be? That'll be the 50? No.
What? Where would the
That'll
ball be? 67
yeah.
would be the ball would be at the 50-yard line. That would be
Hmm.
67 yards.
So what
So
about
60
the
would be 60 would be
43?
at the 43-yard line.
Yep.
Yeah.
43-yard line. So you get to the 43-yard line, you got a shot, 43, 45-yard line, you got a shot to still win the game if you're down by four. I mean, not win it, but you got a shot to tie it if you're down by four.
Right.
Or win
Right.
down by three.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that would change the game. That would
Yeah.
put a lot of stress on the defense. That would change their entire strategy.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
And it makes the kicker more important.
Yeah. 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 Makes your
Becomes
kicker
a lot
more
more.
important. The kickers was pay will start to go up.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, and speaking of pay going up and kickers, uh my boy BA, Brandon Aubrey.
Hmm.
The Dallas Cowboys to offer him a 7 million a year contract. Of course, making him the highest paid kicker in the league.
He
And
should be.
homeboy said no.
Yeah. He knows his worth.
He said more.
Yeah.
We need more power, Jerry.
He like
So
look,
he,
look.
uh,
He probably thinking to himself, I'm the greatest offensive player y'all got, not Dak.
yeah, he's definitely more consistent, most consistent for sure.
Hmm.
Definitely most consistent. But yeah, I'm like, damn, what you looking for? And I heard he's looking for 10 million a year.
Whoa. For a
That's kind of
kicker?
sticking, dog. Yeah,
That's
dog. I know he
steep.
good and everything, but come on, you ain't 100% now.
Ah, my
you
man
know,
knows his worth.
now that ain't your worth. That's just over your worth at that point. I mean, they was going to give him a 3 year, $21 million contract guaranteed.
Hmm.
He said, nah. And I'm like, damn, dog.
My
Really?
man, my
I don't
man
think, I
betting
don't
on
think,
himself.
yeah, I don't think nobody else will be paying him $10 million.
Right. I don't think so either.
Not,
But
not to a kicker.
if they change these rules, I would. He can come to New Orleans. They put these rules: 60 yards worth 4 points. We need him
Yeah.
indoors. Yeah, I would
Yeah.
definitely take that.
Yeah, that would definitely be some. It'll definitely change the dynamics of the game for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah, absolutely.
When you can say, you know what, let's not try to score and tie it. Let's kick it from here and try to go for the win.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's a
Right,
whole different coaching thing you gotta consider.
right. Yeah, no, absolutely,
I wonder what
absolutely.
the analytics gonna say. The
Oh yeah, right.
analytics tracker, it's gonna
Yeah,
say,
because
kick this starter.
yeah, it'll start saying kick more field goals. Yes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder is it gonna take who's kicking it into account if they
Right.
do that? Are they
Right.
gonna actually take who's kicking it into account?
Yeah, you're gonna start having parlays on that too.
Right. That's what's going on in the NFL as far as this in this slow time of the year, sports
Yeah.
wise.
Well, it's going to pick up next month. We have March Madness, NBA playoffs, NBA
Yep.
Finals, and then we'll close out the season. But in the meantime, folks, bear with us as we'll cover the draft and everything else that's coming up. All right, let's wrap this thing up. Thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
Holla.